Tired of feeling like you're spinning all the plates in your design business and at any moment they could all come crashing down? Are you feeling like you're so close to breaking through to the next level, but those consistent projects still aren't flowing your way? Are you ready to finally take your business from a hobby to 100K and beyond? Then welcome to the SixFigure Designer Podcast. I'm talking all the techniques you need in your design business to start paying yourself, get great clients, and finally break through that 5-figure ceiling. If you're running your business this way, you are in trouble. Listen in. So today we're going to talk about a little technique that I use in my business. So easy, and it reduces so many mistakes. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about how you are pricing items up and what kind of process you're using in your business. Because if you're paying for things, if you're doing orders directly on a website with no paper trail, you are setting yourself up for lots of mistakes and also no way to track things. And the other item is if you're entering generic information into your accounting software, or God forbid you're doing this on Excel, again, you're setting yourself up. You know, the design business has so many levels of detail. A pillow could have 3 different orders attached to it, right? For the insert, for the fabric, for the trim. And then fourthly could be for the fabricator. So there's so many details that you really have to get a handle on the paperwork. And the other thing is, if you're writing down the information and doing it on a white piece of paper, I have such an easy technique here for you, because there are so many white pieces of paper running around our offices. It is a paper-heavy business. Now, maybe you're doing a lot of it, electronically, and God love you for that. But there's still a lot of paper in our business and a lot of documents in our business. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a technique that I use in my business called the blue sheet, because sometimes we're moving so fast that we can, we have mistakes in what we're writing down. Maybe an O and a 0 can make the biggest difference in terms of what we're specifying. We could also be missing information as we're getting ready to place those orders. And then we want that trail for follow-up. So enter the blue sheet. We call this the Bible in my business, and I use it all the time when I'm going ahead and pricing things up. So first of all, the reason that we call it a blue sheet is because it's colored blue. And the reason that the blue sheet is blue is just back to what I talked about. We have so many white pieces of paper in our business that when I see that blue color, I know instantly that it is a pricing sheet, that I've put something together that's going to include some pricing for a client. So easily recognizable amongst a sea of white papers. The other thing is the blue sheet becomes the Bible. That is the information that we require to get full pricing from a vendor, or, for a fabric or for a chair or even for labor. So think of a blue sheet as eventually going to be the purchase order that you use, the information that you use so that you can go ahead and properly order something, or maybe somebody else in your business can order from you, for you. So you don't have to do all these things. But what you're doing is you're capturing all the information you need on one sheet for each vendor, so that it gives you everything you need to know in one place. So what I do is I have a form that I use in my business, and I will either print this out, or we're starting to use it electronically because I have a virtual assistant who's an executive assistant for me. So I can email this information to her. And what we do is we put all the information on there. We put who the manufacturer is, what is the date that we're asking for the quote, where do we want the product eventually to be sent to. Either it goes to an outside warehouse, or it goes to my office, or it might go directly to the client. So all that information's on there. And then we put a description for the item, where it's going to be located and what are all the details. So what the beauty of that is as things progress, as information comes in, because sometimes you're pricing something and you find out that you need to pick another finish or determine how many yards that wallpaper is so your installer can figure it out. All that information goes on the blue sheet so that when we get ready to order, we can always refer back to that. So that is the Bible. So when things change, if a finish were to change, a fabric were to change, you have to make the change on the blue sheet. That's the beauty of it. So it's documenting all those changes as you go through, and it is always the Bible. So if you want to learn more about how I use the blue sheet and then in turn, purchase orders turn into yellow sheets, if you want to learn all about that, I'm going to be doing a workshop in the fall, and I would love to put you on the wait list once we go ahead and get that date in the books. But start using those blue sheets in your office, and I bet you it'll make things so much easier. Talk soon. Thanks for listening to the SixFigure Designer Podcast. If you're ready to make six figures in your interior design business, then check out my Design Business Bootcamp. Our next session starts soon, so let's get you to six figures stat.